Welcome, friends, to the animation experience at Conservation Station. Since the 1930s, Disney animators have put their pencils to paper in service of the idea that the greatest inspiration often comes from the magic of nature. Walt Disney himself understood the importance of spending time around animals, studying their behavior and personalities in order to create realistic characters and dynamic storylines. This meeting of the human and animal worlds sparked a legacy of storytelling that has shaped our relationship with animals and conservation forever. Today, we invite you to become a part of that legacy as our own Disney artists help you learn to sketch characters inspired by the very animals found here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Get your pencils ready, because here comes our animation artist now.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Good. All right. Well, welcome to the animation experience. My name is Lizbeth, and I'm going to be the Disney artist for you today. And we're going to have an awesome time drawing Bruce. Yay, some Bruce fans over here, like 3 of you. That is great. For the rest of you, we are drawing a shark. The shark from Finding Nemo. Does that help you guys out a little bit? Okay, so to make sure we can draw him, let's make sure we have everything we need. So do we have pencils? Yes. Do we have papers? Yes. Do we have clipboards? Yes. All right, something important about those clipboards. Please, once you exit today, leave them where you found them. We want to make sure that the next class has the same experience as you. And if you need anything now or throughout the class, paper, pencils, you get frustrated and want crayons and coloring pages. Or your kids want crayons and coloring pages. Or if you need to use the restroom or exit, anything of the sorts, raise your hands up high like you just don't care, and one of my lovely friends will help you out. Alrighty. Now, to get inspired, we would like to talk a little bit about how important animals are here at Disney's Animal Kingdom and how we are helping them out with the Disney Conservation Fund. So we're going to show you a little bit about that. Now, are we ready to be inspired? Okay, look up the screens.
They thrill us. Make us laugh. And make us cry. They make us think.
She's beautiful.
Inspire us. And teach us. Most importantly, they connect us to the world of nature. And right now, more than ever, they need us.
Through our efforts here at the park at Disney's Animal Kingdom to share the stories, and our efforts in the field to truly make a difference scientifically in the community and with the animals themselves, our end goal is that we truly make a difference for those animals in the wild.
The Disney Conservation Fund is proud to celebrate and protect the wildlife we share our planet with. From our experiences and dedication to animal care, to our work to save wildlife and our support of conservation heroes, the Disney Conservation Fund is committed to ensuring a world where wildlife thrives and inspiring all of us to treasure and protect the magic of nature.
We blend the love of nature and a respect for animals that Walt Disney always had himself with making dreams come true, getting people excited about nature and about being out in the wild.
Every single one of us matters and has a role to play. Every single day we make a difference. Let's learn to live in peace and harmony between nations, cultures, religions, and between us and Mother Nature.
At Disney, we're not just talking about helping the animals that share our planet. We're doing something about it. Join us by taking action in your own community to save wildlife, inspire action, and protect the planet.
Alrighty, friends, are we inspired? Okay, so let's hop on to, oh dear. I don't have an eraser. Does anyone have an eraser? No, well, that is because this is a drawing class, not an erasing class. So we don't have that much time to be drawing, erasing. So what I would like you guys to do is to draw very soft, very light, and then mark it better when you feel it's right. And if you do have a happy accident, that's fine. Be like Elsa and let it go. Yes. All right, so let's start, and we're actually going to start with his eyes. Now his eyes are gonna fall right in between these two lines, and you see kind of like how the lines are getting closer at the end over here. So we're gonna draw those eyes differently. Our first one, we're gonna take right along here and just draw a circle. Now, before you get scared about drawing circles, there are many ways to do it. If you want, you can do just 2 letter C's and connect them together. Or you can just use your own motion of your hand. You see, let's say we have microwave mac and cheese, and you're mixing in that cheese. You know how you use your whole arm up to your shoulders? Well, if you use that same motion and have a pencil on your hand while you're doing that, you're already drawing circles. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go around and around and around and around. Kind of sculpt it in. We're gonna draw it softly because there's some extra lines we're gonna add on top, so this is just a guideline. Now, on our right side, because it is a little bit shorter, we're actually gonna make this into a letter U. That touches right along the side over here, and then we're gonna bring it in. There we go. Now, we are gonna go ahead and give him something that every single shark is known for. Anybody has an idea what that could be? You can scream it out. Yes, exactly, expressive eyebrows. Okay, no, they're not known for that. However, whenever we're animating characters that are not human, we like to anthropomorphize them, which just means giving them human characteristics so that us as the human viewer can relate to them better. And in his case, let's give him some nice, determined eyebrows. They're gonna look kind of like a check mark. So I'm gonna start right along the left side. I'm gonna bring it down and then just check. You can make them as thick as you like, however you decide, just to add into that determination. Just a nice check would do. Now, on the right side, it's gonna be a little bit of a smaller check. And then this check, we're gonna bring it up and go above the line. And this is actually gonna connect back to the forehead of the top over here. So to know how far you're gonna go, you're basically gonna go right above this eyebrow line over here. And you're gonna take this line and take it through the circle until you reach right along the top over here. So with this part of the drawing, if you guys want to move your paper to make this line a little bit more smoother, you can. Make it as comfortable for you as possible. And a nice little bump on the top. Sharks are quite intelligent. They actually know how to connect with each other and hunt in groups, which is pretty cool. But now you have those eyebrows in there. You can go ahead and mark the rest of the eye. And having this blank space on those eyes might make him look scary, but it's something that actually they tend to do whenever they have a prey they want to grab. They're able to push their eyes kind of towards the back and have a nice cartilage just protecting the eye socket, which is pretty neat, almost like safety goggles. But I don't want him to look creepy. I want him to have some life in those eyes. So let's draw in the pupils, shall we? Now, on the left side, we're just gonna go around and around and around and around, right along the inside over here. And once you have a shape you like, go ahead and put a ring on it. Now, on this right side, we're actually just gonna take the corner here. So just a nice rounded line. And we can add in some reflection of light in those eyes. So he has some life in there, and you can fill in the rest. However, shading is just icing on the cake, not a necessary step. So at any moment that I'm shading, if you guys need to catch up, you can catch up. You can always color him back home or at your resort. There we go. So we got some eyes in there. We got a little bit of that forehead. Let's start drawing in the rest of the face. And for that, I'm gonna start zooming out. Don't worry, the drawing is not leaving you. Let me adjust the whole page over here. Now, we're gonna do the right side of the cheek around here. And that line is gonna go from the lower part of the eye, and we're gonna extend it out. And right where we have this guideline kind of finishing, we're gonna go around it. And then we're gonna bring it down, kind of cutting through that circle guideline. Again, it might be easier for you to just rotate this paper to have a nice smooth line in there. There we go. So now that we have this side done, I can start drawing in the rest of the other side. And for that, I'm gonna go back to the forehead, and we're gonna give it a nice rounded bump and kind of going sideways. So we're gonna bring it up a little bit and then start going down. Now you don't have to take it all the way at the end of the paper. We're just simulating that the rest of the body goes outside, so we don't have to draw it completely. There we go. So now, we drew one cheek, but we didn't draw the other one. So let's draw the other one by going right along above this line, and kind of if we were exiting from the middle of the eye. So right along here, we're gonna go up and then around and bring it down. Kind of like a strong cheekbone in there. So a nice rounded line. And actually, that line also works with giving him something that he needs so he can breathe, which is gills. Now for those gills, what you're gonna do next to this rounded line, we're gonna add some lines going down that pathway. You can add in as many as you like. I'm just gonna draw in 3 lines, but 1, 2, 3. I think that's plenty and enough. And let's go ahead. And he does have a little bit of a tonal change on that face. But before I draw that, I do have a question to ask. Is anybody out there feeling frustrated yet? Okay, second question. Is this anybody's first time drawing Bruce? Then this is the best Bruce you've ever drawn in your life. So just have fun with it. Relax, enjoy. It can only get better from here whenever you draw him again. You're in here relaxing, not doing a 2-hour line of flight of passage. So just have fun, enjoy. Now, even if you do have that near perfect drawing, I don't have the power to hire you anyway. The movie's already done. They don't need your help. Now, let's go ahead and we can draw in a little bit of a tonal change going around that face. That is known as counter shading. Very common type of camouflage where the top areas of your body is a darker tone, more inwards in your body is a lighter tone. And in his case, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna bring a line right from this first gill, cheekbone line, and we're gonna bring it up. It's gonna go up, and it's gonna go around where we have that line, and then we're gonna bring it below the line, almost like if we're diving into the water. And then we're gonna go rise back up and go to the mountaintop. Once you reach the mountaintop, let's dive down into the water once more, and then bring it up and stop. I'm actually gonna follow this line, kind of continue it through the gills, and just have it keep exiting out that paper. And I did mention something about breathing, right? We can also add in something else so he can breathe. That's going to be some nostrils. Now these nostrils are going to fall right along the sides of that mountain hill area. So we're just going to give him kind of like some blocky nostrils and fill those in. But please keep those lines inside the shape, because anything that might come out might look funny, but it's not. Sorry, that's a little bit of a runny joke. Now, to add in, he is a 3D-dimensional figure, so we're gonna add in an extra line right above, in between these eyes, just to add in a little bit of that snout going towards us. Now, something important about their sense of smell. It is quite sensitive. They are able to detect a single drop of blood in 1 billion drops of water. So that sequence in the movie makes a little bit more sense how much he reacted. And it's because they're quite sensitive to it. Alrighty. So we got over here, Bruce, the little worm. Let's go ahead and, he needs a smile, right? So for the smile, we're gonna give him quite a big banana smile. And we're gonna be using this guideline over here to draw in our dimples. Our first dimple is gonna fall right along here, almost like an arrowhead. And you can make it quite thick as well. Our second one is gonna be at the end of that guideline, and because we are having a little bit of perspective here, he's a little bit more tilted to the side, we're just gonna draw a little line. Then, for that big smile, we're gonna go from those smile dimples, and we're gonna bring it down and connect it to this guideline over here. And then we're gonna bring it back up. Let me mark it better. There we go. Now, if you want to leave him with that cute smile like that, you can. But I want him to really be smiling, so I'm going to open up the shape of the mouth. And to do that, we're going to go back to our smile dimples. We're going to bring it down. And then take it to that guideline once more. There we go. And from this side, I'm actually going to follow my first line. And once I'm a little bit more in, then I'm going to start taking it down and connect it back. Almost like the top of a banana. There we go. Alrighty. And that looks so happy, so bright, joyful. But we are seeing the inside of the mouth. So we gotta add in what we can see inside, which is a bunch of teeth. And they have a lot. They have up to 300 at a time. So let's go ahead and spend the next 8 hours drawing each and every tooth. Okay, we're not gonna do that. However, we're gonna indicate there's a lot, and you can add as many as you like. I am just gonna, yeah, that's it. I think that's all he needs. Okay, I'll add in some more. It's fine. So go crazy, add in as many as you like. And they actually have different set of tooth and teeth running around that mouth. They have rows of it. And actually, when they were animating this movie, I don't know if you noticed, but sharks, they can't talk. But because of that difficulty, when they were animating him, they wanted to make sure that his mouth movement will fit of somebody who can talk. So they ended up kind of adding in a lot of different skeletal systems on that tooth so they can move them independently. So for that mouth animation, they can place each and every tooth in a position that works for what he was speaking. Now let's go ahead. We're actually going to do 2 rows on the lower part. And I'm gonna draw the first one first, right along the front, and then I'll add the extra on the back. And has anybody been at the beach and found a shark tooth? Yes, it's pretty cool, right? And do you remember what shape was yours? Like, was it long? It was like that, right? That's pretty cool. You know, it is by the tooth that you can figure out what type of shark it is, because they all have very different ones. And don't feel bad for them losing them. You see, they have a whole system. So as soon as they lose a tooth, they can move. Their teeth are in this rotating system, kind of like a conveyor belt, and they can push a new tooth right along that empty space. Let's actually draw that conveyor belt by drawing in between these ones. Here we go, which is pretty cool. Alrighty. Now, as this part of the drawing, if you like, you can shade in on the inside of the mouth. But I think that once we do that, we are done, because we drew Bruce, the very sharp worm. Right? We're drawing a worm here, an earthworm. He doesn't need anything else. What was it again? A fin, yes. That's how a movie liked to say that a shark was nearby. It was with that fin, right? Now for the fin, we're gonna use our shape of our mouth, kind of like an indicator. And right along the top over here, let's give him a party hat. That's kind of like the shape of his fin. Looks like a party hat, and if you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday, you can turn that into a party hat if you like. Be inspired by it. Now with that fin, there we go, that's a little bit better. If you want to add a little bit more pizzazz to your drawing, you can use the side of your pencil and quickly fill in on that top coat, the top area of the body. And speaking about like finding shark tooths and going to the beach, I know that here in Florida, there are a lot of great experiences. So you can go and swim with dolphins. You can also swim with sharks. Has anybody done that or is planning to do that in the near future? There we go. You done it? It's cool, it's fun? Were you scared? Yes, okay. But don't be scared. Believe me, we are not even on their idea of a food chain. We are not on their list for something to eat. So don't be afraid of them. They are amazing. But whenever you do embark on one of those underwater journeys, we do ask, please be respectful of those waterways. Try to maintain it clean. Be careful with littering, and also don't go touching every single coral. They are beautiful, but we want to make sure that that beauty lasts for a very long time. So just be respectful of it, almost like going into nature's museum, art museum. You wouldn't go touching every single art piece, so let's do the same with our coral reefs and with the beauty that this nature has to offer. And if you want to keep on that beauty, please protect your waterways, join a beach cleanup if you like, or just, store away your trash properly, recycle properly. And that's going to go a long way. And if you want to get better at drawing, I highly recommend be like our first female animator, Retta Scott. Her picture's over there on the black and whites. And she started animating in Bambi because Walt saw her at the zoo drawing animals. So maybe you can do something similar. You can go ahead and grab a piece of paper, maybe this one, flip it around, and go out there and explore and draw whatever you see, draw whatever you like, draw whatever you love. Because the more you draw, the better you get. And isn't it great you can get better at something while you're enjoying the process? And my friends, I don't know if you noticed, but you just drew Bruce. So that makes you part of the Disney legacy as unpaid, unofficial Disney artist. So give yourself a round of applause. You did it. There we go. Now to commemorate your new title, go ahead and sign your beautiful artwork. And don't forget to put today's date, which is 10/22? 24. Oh my goodness. Thank you. 2023. And while you're giving those last few details, taking those pictures for Instagram, I'm just gonna give you a few reminders. Look around you, make sure you have all your personal belongings with you, because if you don't, we will take them and send them to guest relations. Those pencils in your hands are a gift. Yes, a free gift from us to you. But if you don't want a free gift, that's fine. We have a recycling bin on the table once you exit on the right, where you can recycle them. Just don't recycle them on the floor. Don't recycle them on the clipboards. Oh, speaking of clipboards, place them back where you found them. And those drawings are worthy to be displayed in a place of honor, like a wall, a fridge, maybe a Home Depot fridge, who knows. And most importantly, I am so proud of each and every one of you who drew, who colored, who fell asleep. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful time here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Goodbye.
Thank you all for joining us in the animation experience at Conservation Station. Please gather your personal belongings before exiting, and remember to take your artwork with you. We hope you enjoy the rest of your visit at Rafiki's Planet Watch and the rest of your adventure here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Goodbye.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
We are going to go ahead and give him something that every single shark is known for. Anybody has an idea what that could be? You can scream it out. Yes, exactly. Expressive eyebrows.